Let's start in Balasana, child's pose on the mat. You can have your knees together or you can take them wide and crawl your hands forward, forehead to the ground, or you can always, of course, choose to double fold your forearms and use that as a little pillow support for the forehead if that's something that's calling to you. And also you have the option to bring your palms back, capture your heels, just soften through the shoulders. Let yourself settle in and start to find a rhythm to your breath. Just imagine each inhale you take, adding a little bit more space and length to your spinal cord. And each exhale, just letting go, letting yourself soften, letting your body melt towards the ground, just releasing tension in the body, unclenching your jaw. Maybe you start to gently caress your forehead on the mat, side to side, a little bit of a massage for the brow crease, temple to temple, only if it feels right. We'll just be here for a couple more rounds of breath, so just settle in or add on any of that movement if that feels right for you. And if your hands are not forward in front of you, go ahead and crawl them towards the top of your mat. Press into your palms on your inhale, rise up to tabletop pose. Draw your knees in under your hips. Spread your fingers wide, press the thumbs and index fingers down. On your inhale, cow pose, let your belly soften. Send your sit bones up and back and reach forward through the crown of your head. Maybe you tuck your toes, stretch the soles of your feet. On your exhale breath, untuck your toes, press your shins down, round your back to the sky, chin to chest, cat pose. And move with your breath. You can, of course, take these a little slower. Just finding a nice fluid motion through the spine. Opening up the front and back sides of the body a little bit here. And in about another cycle of breath, go ahead and start swaying your side bodies out, maybe looking over one shoulder at your hip as you stretch through the ribs the opposite direction and alternating side to side. You can go with a breath to movement here if you'd like. Maybe you incorporate it in with your cat's cows. We'll start to just open up the 4 quadrants of the body. Nice. About one more cycle of breath. And come back to a long neutral spine and tabletop pose. Feel your navel actively draw up. Press in your left palm, sweep your right arm to the sky. Feel the heart stretch open, the shoulders widen, breathe in. On your exhale, thread the needle lower to your right outer shoulder, that deltoid. Right temple or ear. Maybe your left palm stays where it is. Walk it to the tall edge of your mat and stretch your side body if you'd like. Just find your breath. And one more round of breath. Slide your left palm back by your shoulder, press down on an inhale, sweep your right arm up. Maybe you roll your wrist a little bit, clockwise and counterclockwise. And then plant your palm under your shoulder. We'll switch sides. Left palm to the sky, breathe in and stretch open the collarbones, the shoulders, the armpits, and exhale, thread your needle. Bringing your left ear or temple to the ground as well as the outer shoulder, the bicep, the deltoid rather. Straighten your right arm to the top of your mat, stretch through the right side body and breathe. And one more round of breath. And slowly slide your right palm back by your shoulder, press down. On an inhale, reach up, left arm to sky, roll your wrist a couple times, and plant your hand under your left shoulder. Nice. Now walk, hop, or float your right knee forward and bring your foot to the outer edge of your mat. So you're going to kind of feel awkward for a moment. It's okay. So we want it to be on the outer pinky side. Walk your toes forward the farthest you can get them. And then bring your heart forward a little bit more. Extend your left leg behind you. So you end up in a lizard lunge. You can stay right here. You can lower to your block if you have it on your forearms, or maybe all the way to the ground if that's accessible. Feel free to let your knee and hip open up on the right side, lifting the toes up in line with your knee joint. Ready, start to rise back up to your palms if you're not there already. Plant the right foot. Slowly draw your left knee forward a little bit more so your hips are at 90, the knee is at 90, and then slide your right foot back to tabletop. Nice. From here, take your left knee forward and wide to the outer left edge of your mat. Crawl your toes forward, hinge forward at the hips so your palms are under your shoulders, and then untuck your toes, extending your right leg back behind you. Your nice lizard lunge, getting into the inner thighs, the hips. Maybe you come to your forearms on the block or the earth. Just bowing your chin into your chest, taking another cycle of breath. Then rising back up to your palms, planting your left foot and float or carry your left knee back to tabletop pose. Nice, friends. We're going to tuck our toes and hover our knees right here. So start activating the core. Keep your spine long. Now, if this is a lot, you can always pedal out the knees a little bit if that feels better, or just keep them down and actively pull the core up. Otherwise, actively press through your hands, and we're going to start to take our right knee to our right tricep. Step the foot back, left knee to left tricep. So you want to keep the spine long here. Reach through the crown of your head. Gaze at the top edge of your mat. And just really keep activating the ribs, squeezing them in. Navel to sky. Last 8, 7, 6. We'll find our down dog in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hips up, downward facing dog. Might need to lengthen or widen your stance so your feet are hips width, your palms are shoulder width. Pedal out your dog. Take some deep breaths. Nice. And find some stillness. Soften your knees. Look at the top of your mat. Breathe in and tiptoe forward on the breath out. Folding in half, ragdoll. Maybe you grab your elbow creases behind your thighs today, or interlace your hands on the nape of your neck, the skull, base of skull, and sway side to side just gently, allowing your vertebrae to spread a little bit, have some space, take pressure off the low back, take pressure out of the shoulders. Another cycle of breath. And then release your hands to the ground, root down into your feet, bend your knees, round your spine, and roll up really slowly, as slowly as you possibly can. Actually, really taking your time. Chin into chest until you come upright to standing. Now at the top, take an inhale, lift your shoulders up to your ears, slide them back and down on your exhale breath. Inhale, slide the shoulders up, this time forward and down as you exhale. And one more time each like that. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, down your back. Breathe in, lift the shoulders up, shrugging in your ears. Exhale, forward and down. Nice. Sweep your arms around and up. Tadasana, mountain pose, reach for the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach down, around and up, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from the hip creases and allow the crown of your head to hang at the bottom. Nice. Halfway lift. Inhale, just extend through your spine, soften your knees. And exhale, high plank. Plant your palms under your shoulders, step your feet back. With a little bit of a change today. Take your right knee down and pivot your right toes out. Pivot your left heel down, reaching your arm to the sky for a supported side plank. Nice. Just stay here and take a deep breath in as you reach up. Option to hover your right leg in line with your hip. On your exhale, reach or left leg. I'm trying to do the opposite and I geeked it, yeah?
You're with me though. Nice. When you're ready, plant both of your palms and your knees, tabletop pose. Walk your palms forward just a little bit. Hug your elbows back, hinge forward, so you start to come into a low plank with your feet up. You're gonna lower down and press up. So lowering just part way down, pressing all the way back up to straight arms. Draw your navel in. Little push-ups. Keeping the spine long, reach to the crown of your head. And avoid looking up and forward, just reach through the crown. We've got 4 more, 3 more, last 2, and 1. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Nice, big breath in, sigh it out. Inhale, soft knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, hop, or float to a fold at the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, extend through the spine. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, round and rise up, mountain pose all the way to the top. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep all the way back up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, big full breath in. Exhale, high plank. Nice. This time bring your left knee down, pivot your left toes out, right heel pivots down, right arm to the sky. Supported side plank. Yeah, Karen, option to lift and hover that leg. Activate your glutes, kick through the heel. Hold for a big breath in. Exhale, tabletop pose, palm and knee plant. Now this time walk your palms wide, so we have wide push-ups, wide arm push-ups. You want the elbows lined up over the wrists, hinge forward. We want to lower, elbows widen. Exhale, press up. So you got this angle going. Down, up, down, up. Spreading the fingers wide. You can always adjust as you need. Even going an inch down and up is just fine. The work is still hard. It's still there. Stay with it for 4, 3, last 2, and tabletop on 1, bringing your palms back and under your shoulders, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Nice, pedal it out, big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, soft knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, hop, or float, top of your mat space, fold in half. Breathe in as you extend through your spine. Breathe out as you fold again, this time chair pose. Inhale, squeeze the butt cheeks as you bend the knees. And really we want those hip creases hinged, the spine long. You can stay up as high as you want or take it down low. It's up to you. Nice, friends. From here, big breath in. Exhale, airplane arms. Keep the body, just fly the arms back, and now hinge the heart forward a little bit more. Hug the shoulder blades together and down. And squeeze your butt. Yeah. On your inhale, chair, reach your arms forward once again. Exhale, hands to your heart. We're going to focus on our hip flexors. So left leg is base, right knee is going to lift lower. Try to stay low, keeping the left knee bent for sure. We're going to activate the fire of the hip flexor, lifting the thigh up towards your chest. Avoid sacrificing your spine though. We don't want to end up hunching and rounding here, so keep it long. You can press your hands together, do whatever you need with the hands, but keep lifting and you will feel that fire in the hip flexor. We've got 8, 7, squeeze your butt if it's possible, sit a little lower. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Inhale, chair, feet down. Exhale, fly your airplane back one more time. Nice. Inhale, one leg mountain, lift your right knee. Exhale, step it back, crescent lunge. So your left foot is forward, friends. Yeah. All right. From here, we're going to double lunge, right knee down, and the left knee forward. Lower and step forward. Switch it out, left foot lower. So you've got that about 2-inch hover off the ground and step. We're just going to switch it out. Down, up, down, up. You want to really press through the front heel and try to pivot low, keeping about 90-degree bends at the knees, keeping your spine long. Let your hands serve you with whatever you're doing. We're about to add on a twist. So the next time you're low, lower down, hands together, twist to your inner thigh, wherever you're at. So Karen, for you, it looks like you're left. I'm twisting to my right. Come to center, step forward, switch it out, go back, twist to your inner thigh, to that front leg. Now my palms are together and my finger pads are touching, so kind of like they're tented up. You do whatever works for you. Take your time. We've got 4 more. Last 3. I want your right foot forward, your left leg back in 2, and we're gonna hold it low. So if you're left, switch it out now, step forward, take it back so your right foot's forward. Nice. From here, we are going to straighten both legs and return to that low hover. Straighten up, take it low. You want to really press on the gas with the front foot. You have the option to lift your front heel if you're feeling stable, keeping the knees soft still, but that'll help light up that front calf muscle a little bit more. Back quadricep probably fired up. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. So plant your heel if it was lifted, crescent lunge, breathe in. Warrior 2, breathe out, left heel pivots down. From here, reverse warrior, big breath in. An extended side angle, big breath out, open your heart to the side. Rise up with your inhale, star pose, pivot both feet forward to the front of your mat. And exhale, hands to heart, horse, heels in, toes out. Knees tracking in the direction of those toes, sitting nice and low, getting comfortable with those inner thighs now. We're just gonna pulse it up and down. Small movement. If your knees are feeling it, you can always bring the feet in a little bit more forward. Try to keep the spine long. If you need to, a hand to heart, a hand to your abdomen, just as a reminder to keep your shoulders over your hips here. So let's take it a little bit lower, a little bit higher, slow it down, 2 count down, 2 count up. Really relying on our strong legs for all of this. Sending the booty back, keeping the heart lifted, pulling the belly in. And then we're gonna count down and add our pulse in 4, 3, imagine squeezing your legs back 2, and we'll pulse it low on 1. So get low and pulse up and down, about an inch or 2. Woo, feeling that fire. OMG, so good. Squeeze your butt. Get a little deeper if you can. Now we're about to start lifting our heel on your right heel. Lift it up, pointing the right toe down. Keep that pulse going. Not here for long, so let it burn. Just fill it out. 8, 7, 6, 5. Right heel will come down in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant that right heel, lift your left heel. Continue that pulse. Make sure your heart is up and open. Yeah, squeezing the legs back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, heels down in 3, 2, 1. Heels down, hold it low. Hold here for a big breath in. Maybe get a little deeper breath out. Nice. Inhale, rise up, star pose. Feel that stretch. Exhale, return to your warrior 2. Right toes pivot forward. And reverse your triangle this time. Reach up and back. Straighten your front leg, but keep the knees soft. Send your hips forward. Big inhale. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms on the ground. Step it back. Yep. High plank. We are going to reach our right palm forward. Plant it. Left palm reaching forward and plant. Side to side. Maybe you reach up in line with your shoulder. Maybe you just lift the hand or even tented fingers off the ground. Either way, it's a lot of work. So stay with it. Give it what you got. Hug your inner thighs to avoid the rocking in the hips so much. And let's go for 4, 3, 2. Hold your high plank on 1. Take a breath in. Downward facing dog, breath out. Take a deep inhale, deeper exhale. Inhale, soft knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, hop, or float, top of your mat. Breathe in, extend your spine forward. And breathe out, fold in half again. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Oh yes, reach up, reach forward, hinge at the hip creases. You can stand it up, you can take it deep. It's up to you. Big breath in. Airplane arms, let's see them as you exhale, fly them back, extend forward through your heart, squeeze your butt, sit low in the heels. Nice, inhale, chair, reach forward. Hands to your heart. When you exhale, shift the weight to your right foot, hip flexors, let's feel them, light it up, draw the knee up. Try to keep your balance on the right leg now, keeping the knee bent, sending the hips back. Really starting to fire up that standing leg, that outer glute med pocket. So it's getting work at the same time as your hip flexor. Really draw the knee up towards the chest, light that flexor up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, heels down in 3, 2, 1. Plant your foot. Yes, inhale, chair pose. Last exhale, airplane arms, hinge forward through the heart. Right foot is your base, one leg mountain, lift your left knee. And exhale, step it back, your crescent lunge. Awesome, friends. From here, we've got our double lunge switches. So hover the knee, step forward, switch it out, alternate, boom, and step. Lower and lift. Actively drawing the inner thighs into a nice, sweet hug in the middle. Root it down in your front foot so you can really press down when you lift, feel it in that butt. Now, just so we're on the same page, the next time your left foot's forward, your right knee's down, pause and hold at that hover. Left foot forward, right knee back. Twist to the left inner thigh. Center. Switch it out. Right foot forward, lower down. Twist that right inner thigh. And let's go on repeat. Down, twist, center, rise. Back, twist, center, rise. You got it. Exhale for the twist, friends. Back knee to a hover. You can always pad under it and bring it to the ground softly if you'd like. Let's go for 4 more. 3, 2, hold it low on 1, get that twist. Unwind, make sure your left foot's forward, your right knee's back. 2 straight legs, rise. Rebend, rise. Inhale, exhale up, whatever you need with your hands. Maybe you spread your left toes wide. Option to press into the ball of your foot. Lift your heel up. Hug the thighs together. Keep the heart lifted and open. Your feet should be hips width distance apart for this action. Let's go for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Bring that heel down, rebend the knee over your ankle, crescent lunge, big breath in. Open up warrior 2, breath out, right heel pivots down and back. Nice sweetness, friends. Reverse your warrior, breathe in, reach up and over. Breathe out, extended side angle. Feel some engagement of inner thigh and arm. Let your heart open to the side. Nice. Inhale, star pose. Rise all the way up, feet forward. And this time, Skandasana. Go to the back of your mat, the right leg. Bend your knee, send the hips back. We're going to go side to side with our side lunge. You can come up through center and then send the left knee to a bend, hip back. Center and switch. Center, switch. So I want you squeezing your butt, pressing through the grounded foot to lift. Really reaching your heart forward. You got it. We got 8 more. 7, 6,
5, send the booty back, reach forward through your heart. Last 4, 3, last 2. This time, right leg bend, stay to that right side, hold. Nice. So left foot is your base. We're gonna lift up to a lateral lunge in control. So actively straighten your leg, lift, point your toe, land and bend. Lift up, staying with that right foot, being the one we're lifting. Try to get a little bit of a hold on it. Reach long through the toes. And send the booty back when you land. Squeeze her when you lift. Amazing work. Let's go for 4 more. And then we switch it out to that left side. Last 3, 2, 1. Land, come up, over to the left, settle in, send the hips back, reach your heart forward, root down in your right foot, prepare, breathe in. Exhale, lateral leg lift. Land and bend, and lift, kick. Now you want to be in somewhat control here, so you're not flailing all over. You want to have that active lift hold, and then that land. Now the more you send your booty back, the hips back, the more work you get out of it. And the more you actively lift that inner thigh, the more you get out of that. Let's go for 4, 3, last 2. 1 more, make her count, lift, lower land. Nice call, come up through center, open up star pose, big breath in. Warrior 2, left toes pivot forward, breathe out. Reverse your triangle this time, straighten front leg, hips back, reach up and over. Soften your front leg. 1 more inhale. Exhale, high plank, cartwheel your palms down, step your foot back. Yes, rolling T's, side plank, heels to the left, right arm up. Take it through plank, switch sides, heels to the right, left arm up. This is for the obliques, baby, so fire up those stacked hips, squeeze them to the sky. Actively engaging that squeeze of a lift for 8, 7, almost there. Nice job. Last 4, 3, high plank in 2, and we'll take a moment for mountain climbers on 1. High plank, knees to chest. You can go fast, medium, or slow. Keep your spine long. Flex your feet the whole time. Drive your knee up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, knees down on 1. Whoo! Knees down, swivel over, so you're on your booty. Grab a set of light weights, bring them to your heart, and lower all the way down to your back. Nice, so hands are at your heart. Untuck your tushy, so your low back's pressed down. We're gonna roll all the way up, so take a breath in. On your exhale, round up, lift up to a seat, press the weights overhead, back to your heart, slowly in control, lower it down. Squeeze up, press, back to your heart, and down. Now take these nice and careful. We want to engage the whole of your transverse rectus abdominis, so when you lift up and press, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. And have that engagement so you're protecting your back as you roll and round up and down. Now I know this can be a lot, so no weights are fine too. And also, if we just don't like it, we can just plant our palms, fingers forward, come partway down and back up, bending the elbows. Wherever you're at, you're doing killer. We've got 8 to go. Press and breathe. 7 more. Amazing work. Last 6. So you're warmed up already for that core work.
All those sneaky planks and tabletop holds and stuff. Last 3. Last 2. And 1 more. All the way up and all the way back down. Whoo, yes. Untuck your tushy so your feet are hips width distance apart, and press your feet into the mat. Take your elbows wide, cactus arms. Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, just press up above your heart. Maybe the weights touch, your palms are facing the top front of your mat. Open to a nice cactus shape, and exhale, press. Breathe, press, breathe, press. Taking the arms wide, elbows are under the wrists when you open, and then pressing up to straight arms at the top, right above the shoulders. Drive your navel to the earth. Use your breath here. Holding the belly and the low back down, pressing to the top. 8 more. 7, 6, and 5. Weights can come down in 4, and 3. Last 2, and 1. Elbows wide, bring the weights down. Palms by your side, tuck your shoulders down the back. Glute bridges, take a breath in. Exhale, squeeze your booty to the top. Make sure your shoulders walk down your back and your chin is driving towards the crown of your head, not on your chest. You're gonna lift to lower the booty right here. Squeeze to the top and take your low. Really squeezing at the top. Lifting the hips higher. Coming down to just a little hover and taking her right back up. Exhale for that squeeze lift. Start to really feel all the fibers that connect the hamstrings and the low glutes together. All that area really starting to get a good workout. Even the outer glute meads here as you lift lower. That clenching action just working so good. For 4 more. 3, hold at the top, little pulse in 2. And 1, hold right here, small squeeze. Press your feet, all 10 toes down, squeeze and lift the hips. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1. Lift your toes. You can walk your heels out a little bit. I want the heels driving down, the toes up. Just going to target a little bit different. Lower lift. Tap down or hover towards the ground and squeeze right back up. You can drive your forearms down, help balance and brace you. 8 more. 6, 4, 3, pulse at the top, and 2 and 1. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Lift the booty, squeeze the booty, love your booty, shape that booty. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, hold up in 2, 1, hold right here. Whoo, big breath in, squeeze that butt. Stay, big breath out, still squeezing that butt. All right, friends, slowly lower down. Nice, soles of feet together, knees go wide. We're gonna come right back up, so tuck your shoulders down your back. Lift and lower the butt from here. Feet are touching one another. Squeezing the butt, just targeting it a little bit different. This is our last push for the booty right now. So squeeze, exhale, lift. Got it. Nice job. Woo, really feeling the burn. 8, 6, 4, 3, pulse at the top, and 2 and 1. Pulse, pulse, pulse like you mean it. Boom, boom, pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold on 1, hold her up. Count down from 4, 3, lower down in 2, and 1. Whoo, all the way down. Extend your legs long in front of you, stretch them out. Take your arms in a Y overhead. Big breath in, big breath out. Nice job. Plant your feet hips width distance apart. Take your elbows wide. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Draw your navel to the ground. We've got basic gym crunches. A little bit more core, then we're back up with weights. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift your head, neck, shoulders. Look towards the sky. Lower hand lift, lower hand lift. Let that exhale breath help you with the rise. Really draw your ribs together when you exhale, lift, drawing the navel down. We have got yogi bikes coming up in 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, bring the knees up over your hips, twist to the right, tap your left elbow to the right, left leg elongates, center, twist to the left, right leg goes long, center, twist, actively pressing through the long leg, flexed feet. Try to get your shoulders off the mat. 8 and 7 and 6. Just 5 more. 4 to go. 3 and 2. Legs up the wall in 1. You can lower your head down. Take your legs to the sky. Take your left leg to a hover. Reach your right arms up and forward and pulse right here. So you're technically looking at your thigh on the right, or right past in between the two. Draw your belly down to help support you. I want your left leg hovering for 4, 3, switch it out in 2, 1, switch your left leg up, the right leg down. Keep the shoulders off the mat, pulse up and forward. Look past the inner thighs for 4, 3, really hover that long leg in 2, and done on 1. Whoo! Take your knees wide to your chest. Shimmy side to side. Take a big breath in. Let a big breath go. Amazing. Grab behind your thighs. Start to rock and roll 3, 4, or 5 times. All the way up. Crossing your ankles. Coming into a cobra pose. So step the feet back. Lower your belly all the way to the ground. Untuck your toes. Press into your palms. Lift your heart up. Activate your legs, lift your knees. It's a nice stretch for the core while working the low back, squeezing the glutes. Reach long through the crown of your head. Hold up for another breath in. Exhale, lower down. Shimmy your hips side to side if that feels all right. All right, press into your palms, tabletop pose, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, sweep your right leg to the sky. Reach up and long, maybe scorpion dog, heel to glute, open the inner thighs. Big inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Go ahead and grab a set of bicep weights and slowly rise up, hands to heart for that crescent lunge. Now, we're probably gonna have to set it up because I didn't set you up for success with a block. We'll wanna take a block behind your left foot. So set that block up on any setting. I'm just gonna do the small setting here. And bring your left toes onto it, resetting up crescent lunge. Now, if you don't feel stable doing this, you can set the block up on a wall. Weights hang next to your sides, your hips facing in, shoulders down your back. You're gonna revisit that double lunge like a suitcase squat with the arms. You're gonna bend the left knee, bending the right knee, and standing up. It's a lower and a lift. And use that exhale breath to rise. You can come into straighter legs. Keeping the right knee stable over the ankle, really sending the hips back a little bit more, keeping the spine tall. You don't have to use a block at all, that's fine. If you were at a park and had a railing or stairs in your home, you could always use a step right there or a stool. Nice job. Now we can add on right here. Bend your elbows to 90 for hammer curls, weights face in. Go down, lift the weights up, and then come up with the legs, weights are at 90. So down and center, down and center. A little bit of arms, shoulders with that quad and legs, the booty. 4 more, 3 more, last 2. And just 1. Woo! Step right up. You're amazing. We're going to come into a chair pose. So bring the weights to your shoulders from chair. Step your right foot back and across to a curtsy lunge. Go low and lift, low and lift. So you want to hug the inner thighs, the back heel stays lifted. Send the left hip back, knee over ankle in the front. Just get this down. Spine stays upright. And then we can add on a kick with that right leg, kind of like a lateral lunge. So lower, lift up with that right leg, kick, come back and control, curtsy lunge, step that knee up, kick, come right back down. Woo. Take your time here, go nice and slow, and control. Your kick might not come up as high as mine, and that's okay. Your kick is gonna be right where your kick needs to be right now. 4 more, friends. Taking that time, nice stability, 3 to go. This is it, just 2. 1 more, take it down, kick it up, and just stand. Let the weights hang. Take a big breath in. Now on your exhale, let's fold in half, weights down. Find a halfway lift, extend your spine. Step back to a high plank. From a high plank, wide arm push-ups, palms come out nice and wide. Lower lift. Down and up. Option for knees on the ground, or you can be on your toes. 8 more. Keep the spine long. 6 more. Keep breathing. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And 1. Boom. Snake your way to down dog. Come through that tabletop. Hips to the sky. Inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, scorpion dog. Find that breath in. Low lunge, breath out. Grab your bicep weights, crescent lunge. Rise up, hands to heart, or let them hang by your thigh. We need to set our block up now under the right foot. So, take your block, opposite side. Lowest setting or same setting you were on before. Make sure your feet stay hips width distance apart. There's no need to sacrifice that. Hug your shoulders softly down your back. And lower to a hover. Lift right back up. Hugging the belly in, hugging the ribs in, bending the knees, rising up. A lot of the work happening as the right thigh lifts and lowers here. If you want to start adding on a hammer curl, take your knees to that hover, lift the weights to shoulders, come up through 90. Down, up, down, up. Really press through your left heel. If you're having knee pain or anything, make sure your knees are hips width distance apart to start. Make sure the left knee isn't coming too far forward at all. In fact, it can go back even more. Or take that block out of the equation. 4 more. 3. Last 2, friends. And final 1. Down, up, step forward. Woo! All right, find your chair. Bring the weights up to your shoulders. Your elbows are forward. Curtsy squat, left foot back and across. Take it low and lift. Down, up. Back heel stays up. Squeeze your inner thighs. Keep your spine nice and tall. 4 more, and then we add on our knee raise in 3, 2, here we go. 1, lift, left knee up, extend, bring it down, step it back, curtsy. Taking your time, being stable on the right leg. Really working a lot of angles here. 4 to go. Take your time. Last 3. Last 2. And 1 more. Come to chair pose. Plant both feet. Come into chair. Let your weights hang, shoulders down your back. Last push with our upper arms, friends. Reach forward so your shoulders are under or over your wrists. Your spine is long. It's a narrow row. We'll start there. Squeeze the butt, press into your heels, pull it back. Now you can switch out for lighter, heavier weights, no weights, up to you. I want you to feel your butt muscles working as you drive down in those heels. Pull your navel toward your spine. Soft neck. We're gonna add on in 4 and 3. Elbows stay up in 2. 1. From here, hinge forward a little more. Send the booty back. Reach for the heart. Breathe in. And it's a tricep kick back. Exhale. Press. Bend. Press. Pinkies up in the back. Weight in the heels still. You got it. 8, 7, 6, 5. This is it for 4, 3. Open that heart here. 2 and 1. Woo! Go ahead and fold the weights down to the ground. Find a halfway lift. And exhale, come down to your seat. Nicely done, friends. Class has gone by so fast. Let's stretch out our legs. So take your legs nice and wide. A wide leg forward fold. If you have a block, you might want to keep it handy. It's kind of fun. Toes up, thighs and knees up. Flex your toes towards your body. You can stay upright, nice and grounded and tall. Or you can walk your palms forward and start to fold. Maybe on a block, maybe forehead to a block. Stretch the legs and find your breath. We want to cool down our breath, so open mouth exhales might be useful here. Couple more rounds of breath. Breathe in and out through your nose deeply if that's accessible for you now. Make sure your toes and knees and thighs are still reaching towards the sky, the ceiling. About 1 more round of breath. And using your inhale and your palms, support yourself back up to a long spine. Keep your right leg extended out at that 45 angle. Draw your left sole of foot in to meet your right inner thigh. Your block might come to your outer calf now if you have it. If not, no worries. Reach your arms up. Make sure your sit bones are grounded. Feel the stretch from hips to ribs. Big breath in. And on your exhale, just a side body stretch over across that right leg. So your palm might come to your shin, toes, foot, maybe to a block on the outer edge, maybe to a forearm. Left arm reaches over. Option to bend your elbow. Support your ear, your head really, with your hand. I want your heart to stay up and open to the side. Nice side body stretch. A little release for some of those obliques. Keep flexing your right toe up or back. And 1 more round of breath. And with your next inhale, rise back up, 2 arms up. Exhale, bring your hands by your side. Elongate your left leg back out at that 45 degree. Draw your right sole of foot to your inner thigh. If you liked using the block, take it over to your left outer shin. Arms reaching up, keeping your heart forward here. As you exhale, left palm comes down along your leg, and right arm reaches up and over, stretching your side body. So pivoting your heart open to the right side, to the front and to the right. Just gently, really stretching the ribs, so really feeling it because your hips are you're grounded down in your sit bone. So from the hips to the ribs right there, just feel that stretch. 1 more cycle of breath. And on your inhale, rise all the way back up. Arms reach for the sky. And exhale, bring your hands down by your side. Awesome job. Make your way to your back. Slower all the way down. Setting up like you would for bridge with your feet hips width distance apart, but supine figure 4. Take your right ankle, cross it over the left. And you can have your hands in the ground or maybe draw your left knee towards your chest. Bring your palms to your left thigh or to the shin. You can press your elbow into the thigh meat, drawing your right knee towards the front of the room, and flex your toes. Stretch your outer hip. Soften your shoulders. Part your teeth. Smooth your brow. These are just some of my favorite things. One more cycle of breath. And then switching out left ankle over your right thigh. And grab for your right thigh with your hands or perhaps that shin. Draw your knee in towards your chest, flex your toes, and gently glide your left knee forward towards the top of your mat. Go a little bit deeper into that left hip. Relaxing the belly here, letting the sides of the torso just like drip off the sides to your mat. Shoulders soft, back of head anchored down. Natural curvature of your neck is lifted off the mat. One more round of breath. Start to draw both knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Capture your right shin with your hands. Draw your right knee to your armpit. Let your left leg come all the way to the earth. Take a moment to just hug and squeeze in that right knee armpit connection and point your left toes so your left leg stays active. The muscles are lit up. That'll help with the inner thighs opening as well. Take a breath in. And supine twist on your exhale. Right knee crosses over to the left. Stack your hips. T or cactus out your arms. Keep your gaze rather, up at the sky or past the right side. I'm going to feel the heart open, the hips stack. Nice stretch on the right outer thigh. A little twist with the rotation of the spine. And with your next inhale, come back through center. So realigning both of your glutes on the mat. Untuck your pelvis. Draw your knees back into your chest. And we start from here, capturing your left shin. Elongate your right leg to the mat. Point your toe to keep the leg active and hug your knee to your armpit. Get that connection started. Feel the inner thighs widen and open. Big breath in. Exhale, supine twist. Gently glide your knee to the opposite side of your mat. Stacking your hips, opening up your wings, looking up or to the left, but keeping your chin sort of open in space so it's not on your chest, it's not on your shoulder. With your next inhale, come through center. Make your way to happy baby. Both knees come into your chest. You can capture your thighs, your outer feet with your arms on the outside, or maybe take your arms to the inside of your legs, still capturing the outer feet. Draw your knees to your ribs. Flex your toes down towards the earth as you actively press your feet up, but you're pulling with your arms down, shoulders rested in the mat. So you've got this active stillness. And then, of course, at any point in time, you can start to add on some motion, maybe rocking gently across the low back, the sacrum from side to side, maybe extending your legs out nice and wide. One last stretch for really the hamstring, the back of your legs. Deep breaths as your heart's open, collarbones wide, facial muscles soft. Another cycle of breath. Let it feel good in the legs, the body, and then hug everything into a tight ball. Maybe lifting your shoulders off the mat, giving yourself a nice squeeze, a big hug, a big little bear hug. Squeeze into the smallest ball you can get into. Take one last round of breath. And releasing your practice, find Shavasana. Body long and relaxed into the ground here. Take a moment to tuck your shoulders down your back. Take up some space with your body, widen your arms, maybe widen your feet. Shavasana is really a time to repair, to mend, to listen, to process. So let the next few moments serve you. Be a witness to your body, acknowledging the sensations you feel, your thoughts. It's having space to hold, to honor all the nuances of what's happening in the moment. Starting to add on a lot of attention to your breath. Trying to find a nice rhythmic breath. So deep, slow, full breaths, cooling breaths. Maybe you actively swallow, open and close your mouth, wriggle your nose a little bit. As we prepare to leave our practice today, let's just unite with one more full round of breath. So a long, deep, slow inhale, filling up to your capacity and having a pause at the top, holding that breath at the top. Part your lips, long and slow, sigh it all the way out. And if you're ready to move on from your practice today, invite in those little wiggles to your fingers and toes, reawakening the body. You can stay still if you'd like. Earth is supporting you. If it feels good, stay with it. Roll your wrists and ankles. If you're moving on, maybe reach your arms overhead, draw your legs together. A good morning stretch. And one last option to hug your knees to your chest if you'd like. You can squeeze them in and then float off to your favorite side. Let your bicep become a pillow. Take a moment here. Let your eyes remain heavy if that's possible. When you're ready, eyes staying heavy, support yourself up using your hands, your strength. Rise up to that nice comfortable seat. Just sit up so tall. Maybe you press your palms into the mat by your hips and just lengthen up your spine. Pull the core in one last time. Hands to your heart, chin down towards your chest. Just take a moment to acknowledge all the work and effort you just put in. Even just showing up, taking the time, having the interest, and then putting in that work. Just honor yourself today. Hands at your heart, feeling that love radiate in and out of you, having gratitude for your body, all the sweet limitations, having gratitude for our minds. Though they might try to stop us, we are here. If you'd like to, bring your thumbs up to your third eye space of light and intuition right in between the brow. Just in honor of all the past yogis, all the present and all the future ones, teachers, students alike. Thank you for your time today in this yoga sculpt class. Namaste.